What's up, Vikings Nation? Hold on to your purple jerseys because I'm about to drop some absolutely massive news that's going to have every single one of you questioning everything you thought you knew about this upcoming season. We're talking about developments that could completely reshape the entire trajectory of our beloved team. And trust me when I say this, you're not ready for what's coming. Picture this. Our offensive mastermind has been making moves behind the scenes. Our most promising young talent is facing a situation that could derail everything. And there's a veteran quarterback floating around the league who might just be the missing piece to our Super Bowl puzzle. But here's the kicker. One of these stories involves a player who some experts are calling more crucial to our success than our superstar wide receiver. Can you believe that? More important than our all-pro game changer. Vikings Nation, I'm talking about a 23-year-old offensive weapon who's already stacked up 19 touchdowns in just 32 games. A second-year quarterback who's been handed the keys to Kevin O'Connell's Ferrari. And a potential trade target that could be the insurance policy we desperately need. But there's drama, there's uncertainty, and there's opportunity all rolled into one explosive package. This isn't just another off-season update, this is the kind of news that determines whether we're heading to the promised land or watching from our couches come January. Every single Vikings fan needs to know what's happening right now because these three interconnected stories are going to define our entire 2025 campaign. Make sure you hit that like button and drop a comment below because Vikings Nation deserves to know the truth. And don't forget to subscribe because you cannot afford to miss any updates on this developing situation. Ready to have your mind blown? Let's dive into the first bombshell that's got everyone in the organization talking. Vikings Nation, it's time to talk about Jordan Addison, and what I'm about to tell you is going to completely change how you view our offensive hierarchy. This 23-year-old absolute stud has been quietly building a case as the most promising building block on our entire roster, and some experts are saying he might even be more crucial than Justin Jefferson to our success this season. Can you wrap your head around that? We're talking about a receiver who's already accumulated 133 catches for 1,786 yards and 19 touchdowns in just 32 professional games. Jordan Addison isn't just our number 2 receiver, he's becoming one of the most feared second options in the entire NFL, and opposing defenses are having nightmares trying to figure out how to contain both him and Jefferson simultaneously. But here's where things get absolutely wild. Vikings Nation, Mo Moton from Bleacher Report just compared our dynamic duo to Philadelphia's A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, calling Addison the most promising building block on our roster. This former first-round pick, who won the Biletnikoff Award as college football's best receiver, is entering his prime at just 23 years old, and he's locked up on a tier rookie deal worth $14 million with a 5th-year option. Kevin O'Connell has fielded a top-6 passing attack in all 3 of his seasons as our head coach, and Jordan Addison has been a massive reason why. This kid has the potential to stack 1,000-plus yard receiving seasons consistently, and with his positional value as a number 2 receiver, he's actually providing more bang for our buck than most teams' primary targets. But Vikings Nation, this story gets even more intense because Addison's importance to our offense has never been more critical, especially with all the uncertainty we're facing at the quarterback position. With J.J. McCarthy stepping into the starting role and the questions surrounding our backup situation, having a reliable, explosive receiver like Jordan Addison could be the difference between a Super Bowl run and an early playoff exit. However, there's a dark cloud hanging over this entire situation that could completely derail everything we've been building toward. Vikings Nation, we need to talk about the elephant in the room that's been keeping every single fan awake at night. Jordan Addison could miss the first 3 games of our season due to disciplinary reasons. Are you kidding me right now? Our most promising building block, the receiver we just established as potentially more crucial than Jefferson, might not even be on the field when we need him most. According to Alec Lewis from The Athletic, Addison has a July 15th trial stemming from a DUI citation last summer, and he could face a 3-game suspension. 3 games, Vikings Nation. That's potentially our season opener on Monday Night Football against the Chicago Bears, plus 2 more critical early season matchups that could set the tone for our entire campaign. This isn't catching the Vikings organization off guard. They've known this was a possibility, but it places enormous pressure on our ability to run the football effectively, and puts even more weight on Justin Jefferson and T.J. Hockenson to carry the offensive load. Can you imagine the pressure? We're talking about asking our stars to do even more, while rookie receiver Ty Felton and Yalen Naylor try to fill the massive void left by our 19-touchdown playmaker. But here's where this story gets even more nerve-wracking for Vikings Nation. This potential suspension comes at the absolute worst possible time. We're already dealing with uncertainty at the quarterback position with J.J. McCarthy stepping into his first NFL starting role after missing his entire rookie season due to a knee injury. Speaking of McCarthy, Kevin O'Connell has given him remarkably simple orders entering training camp. Take what's there. No need to be a hero. The Vikings have literally tossed him the keys to the Ferrari. And everyone who's spent meaningful time around him raves about his potential. But expecting him to be perfect would be foolish, and now he might have to do it without his second most reliable target for the first 3 weeks of the season. J.J. McCarthy is still very much a work in progress, coming off that lost developmental year due to injury. ESPN's Don Graziano noted that while he looks exactly how they'd expect him to look at this point in his development, he's been working on detailed fundamental stuff, altering the trajectory of his throws, learning to be more than a one-speed pitch kind of passer. The Vikings believe in their 3-year plan with McCarthy on his rookie scale, and they think they can win a Super Bowl in the next 3 years. But Vikings Nation, how realistic is that timeline if we're starting the season without our most promising offensive weapon and with an inexperienced quarterback who's still learning the fundamentals? This brings us to the most shocking development of all, and it involves a veteran quarterback who could be the answer to all our prayers. Vikings Nation, hold on to your seats because what I'm about to tell you could be the game changer that transforms our entire season. While we're sitting here worried about J.J. McCarthy's development and Jordan Addison's potential suspension, there's a former Super Bowl champion quarterback who could be available via trade, and he might be exactly what we need to bridge the gap to championship glory. Russell Wilson could be hitting the trade market after the New York Giants reportedly preferred Jameis Winston as their starter. Can you believe this opportunity that's potentially falling into our laps? We're talking about a quarterback who, while not the Seattle version of himself, is still a starting caliber player who could provide the veteran leadership and stability our Super Bowl or bust roster desperately needs. Think about this scenario. Vikings Nation, we just won 14 games with Sam Darnold under center. Imagine what we could accomplish with a quarterback who has actual championship experience, PLAYOFF pedigree, and the ability to maximize the talents of Jefferson, Addison when he returns, and the rest of our explosive offensive weapons. Russell Wilson wouldn't just be another backup option like Sam Howell, who's 5-13 in his career with questionable decisions. We're talking about a proven winner who gives this team a significantly higher ceiling if forced into action, and possibly even the stability to help J.J. McCarthy develop properly without the crushing pressure of carrying a championship-caliber roster from day one. The timing of this potential opportunity is absolutely perfect. While other teams are settling for mediocrity, we could be positioning ourselves to make the move that puts us over the top. With Kevin O'Connell's offensive system, our elite receiving cores, and a defense that's been steadily improving, adding Russell Wilson could be the insurance policy that guarantees we don't waste this incredible championship window. But Vikings Nation, this isn't just about having a backup plan, this is about maximizing every single opportunity we have to bring a Lombardi trophy to Minneapolis. We've got the talent, we've got the coaching, and now we might have the chance to add a championship-proven quarterback to the mix. The question isn't whether we should pursue Russell Wilson, it's whether we can afford not to. With Jordan Addison potentially missing time, J.J. McCarthy still developing, and this roster built to win now, this could be the move that defines our entire franchise's future. Vikings Nation, we're sitting at a crossroads that could determine whether we're celebrating a Super Bowl parade or watching someone else hold up the trophy. Make sure you hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments about whether we should trade for Wilson, and subscribe because these next few weeks are going to be absolutely insane. Are we about to witness the moves that finally bring championship glory to Minnesota, or are we going to let this golden opportunity slip through our fingers? What do you think, Vikings Nation?